So this wheel will generate a random Pokemon game, and this is a random Pokemon generator. Whatever game, whatever Pokemon, I have to shiny hunt it in 24 hours or as fast as humanly possible, no matter how difficult it is. So this is the beautiful Pokemon game wheel. We are going to spin it and see what we get. It has every Pokemon game except for Scarlet and Violet. But let's see, looks like Alpha Sapphire. Nice. Alpha Sapphire is one of my favorite games of all time, so I can't wait to replay it. We are on the random Pokemon generator, and we have it generate one Pokemon from a random region. I'm hoping that we get a Hoenn Pokemon. That would be best case scenario and not some random Pokemon, but we will see. It's the luck of the draw. And Dusknoir. That's great because Duskull is definitely a Hoenn Pokemon. Nice. I'm happy with this pick. So let's examine what we have here. We have shiny Dusknoir in Alpha Sapphire. Of course, we are going to have to de-evolve it to Duskull since Dusknoir unfortunately isn't available in the wild. It might prove to be a challenge later on because of the dreaded trading feature, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, Dusk Boy is available in one location, being Mount Pyre, and inside the cemetery there are only two encounters, Shuppet at 65% and Dusk Boy at 35%. And since this is a Gen 6 game, the new shiny rate is 1 in 4,096 instead of the much harder 1 in 8,192. But there are many ways to shiny hunt to increase these odds, so let's see our options. For one, we could theoretically skip this whole Mount Pyre business and just hatch Dusk Boy from eggs with a foreign Ditto and get the Masuda method odds of 1 in 683. But, you know, that kind of sounds lame, and since Dusk Boy is available in the wild, I am going to get it there, so never mind. Second is one of the funnest and best ways to shiny hunt IMO in Horde encounters. Now, I was hoping I could do it this way because it's definitely the easiest. You just use Sweet Scent and see the shinies roll in, and of course it's good odds of 1 in 1,365 because you see 5 of them. But alas, Shuppet is the only Horde encounter in the cemetery, so never mind again. That brings us to our final option, and are you ready for this blast of the past? Because we got Dexnav. Now, this is peak Pokemon. Who doesn't love Dexnav? Seriously, looking back, these are just top tier remakes. I'm in love with these games. I don't know what the hell this was, but these are amazing remakes. Now, Dexnav is very complicated. The odds and the math on everything is a lot. So thanks to u/foreignmagra on Reddit, the TLDR of this behemoth of a post is that Dexnav odds were about 1 in 200 on a high chain, which is great. So now let's look at my copy of Alpha Sapphire. Welcome to my copy of Alpha Sapphire. I'm so excited that I have an excuse to play this game again. I've missed it, and I've also missed my Breloom, which was the first Pokemon that I ever got to level 100. So sorry for neglecting you all these years, but it's good to see you, man. Now let's head over to the cemetery in Mount Pyre because we got a Duskull to catch, and of course, since this is my copy, I have encountered Duskull before, so the Dexnav encounter is not going to start at 0, but it's actually going to start at 84. And what's unique about Dexnav in the Mount Pyre cemetery is the encounter is going to move around, right? And so when you do it near grass, it's just going to stay still and you can slowly walk up and get it easily. But this is a bit more challenging because it's going to move around and you walk slowly, so you could almost get to it and then all of a sudden it's 10 steps behind you, right? So, but after 114 successful Dexnav encounters, probably thousands of unsuccessful ones, we get shiny Duskull. It looks really good. Of course, I don't like how the colors are a bit faded on the 3DS compared to like previous Pokemon games on the DS and Game Boy, but it still looks amazing, and 114 is pretty good. I will take that. But we catch a level 29 shiny Duskull, and Duskull evolves at level 37, so we got 8 levels to go through. And now this part could be a walk in the park. We throw experience share on Duskull, and then Breloom takes out that rich boy in that one route that I always do, and then Duskull is evolved easily. But I wanted to challenge myself, and I wanted Duskull to get every experience point himself. So I went out and defeated the entire LGM population on the route near the Safari Zone and got Duskull to level 37, completely his own work. And now we have Dusclops. We're almost there, but not quite. So I need to trade Dusclops holding the Reaper Cloth. And I checked my storage, begging that I had the Reaper Cloth, and I don't have the Reaper Cloth. So now we got to figure out how do you get the Reaper Cloth in Alpha Sapphire. And let me tell you, it is at the Battle
Maison Mansion or something. And now I run like Pokemon. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I run Pokemon social media accounts, but I'm not a battler. I'm a collector. I like completing the Pokedex. So the battling is actually going to be unique for me, but I might have some battle points. So let's go to the desk and see how much the Reaper Cloth costs. And we see it costs 32 and I have 13. So we need to do 19 battles, which is not that much, to get the Reaper Cloth to evolve Dusclops. My top tier battling team is a Pidgeot, a Malamar, the aforementioned Breloom, and I got a spicy pick with a Mega Bayonet. And this was the team I used to run through Alpha Sapphire. And we started doing doubles, and it was pretty easy because, of course, the first 10 battles they use first form super easy Pokemon like Ammonite and the monkeys, I don't know, like Panpour, they're all the same one. But we ended at battle 11, and I got killed by a very interesting Pokemon. One Pokemon that has actually given me a lot of trouble throughout the years because I feel like it resists everything. Like whenever I face it in battle, I never have the moves that hit it for either neutral or super effective. It always resists. And that Pokemon was Klefki, probably one of my least favorite Pokemon for this reason before this battle. And now it's definitely one of my least favorite Pokemon because it ended my streak. Once we get enough battle points, we purchase a Reaper Cloth, but of course it's not over. We cannot just throw the Reaper Cloth at Dusclops and have it evolve. There's two parts to this, unfortunately. We need to trade Dusclops, and this is where it gets interesting because none of my friends actually have 3DSs, and I only have one 3DS. So we could go online to a forum like Reddit and find someone and trade them the shiny Dusclops that's holding an item that I worked really hard for and hope that they traded back, which I assume most people would, right? But this is the fun part. So I'm from LA and my sister is living in San Francisco and she has a 3DS. I could theoretically drive 6 hours there and 6 hours back just to trade her my Dusclops. But of course, this is just some YouTube video I have less than 500 subscribers, so I'm not gonna do that much work to make this video. Well, that was definitely not 24 hours.
In 24 hours.
But full transparency, this video absolutely killed me. This was very frustrating to make. It was going wrong at, it seemed like every single point, but I'm just glad I got it out there. I wanted to do more than just one spin of the wheel and do multiple, but I just wanted to get it out there again. Of course, this is only my third YouTube video and the first shiny wheel video, but I definitely will be doing more parts. So if you enjoyed this at any point, look out for more with, of course, higher quality as we get better. If just one person subscribed from this video, that would be amazing. So a subscribe is extremely appreciated. Okay, bye.